Keep it on for me.
Yeah.
So we got mango, that other nonsense. Now we're doing powdered sugar. We got a waffle going. We got some whipped cream going. We got some gelato going, or whatever it's called. That's good.
Sorbet.
Thanks. Sorbet. We got margarine. We got whipped cream. We got maple syrup. It's fucking lit. It's lit. Oh, I missed it. Wow. Today, I have my sunglasses in my mouth. We're out in Westerlo. I just kind of pulled over randomly because I had to pee. But yeah, this is a pretty nice spot actually. It looks like some old type of retention wall, maybe for like the old road build. But yeah, it's pretty nice, so I figured I would just film it. I had to do some jobs for my dad, filming some houses and stuff for real estate. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully see some more stuff out here in Westerlo, New York. It's really out here, man. Like, there's not a lot going on. Everyone drives a pickup truck. So yeah, we'll be back when there's a little bit more to film. So we have arrived to Loxon Lake, I guess. I just saw a sign that said lake. Limited season road through April 15th. Well, no maintenance, seasonal limited use. Should be all right. Open dusk to dawn, please call, yada yada. It's not the 15th yet, so should be all right. Sketchy, looking a little sketchy. I think we're gonna go back around this way because it's saying like reserved parking, all that. Northeast Regional Carpenters, yada yada yada. No parking, no parking. Yeah, so we can't park here. That's fine. We'll just go back. We're gonna go find what is called the Loop Trail, because that's how I saw a sign that says Loop Trail, and we're gonna walk the Loop Trail today. That'll be today's episode. Loxon, is that where we're at? No offshore, yada yada. I don't know. I'm just gonna go back this way. So I'm back on the main road. I decided against the Loop Trail because I don't really want. I'm alone I don't know what's gonna be up there. I don't know where to park. I'm autistic. I'm like freaking out about rules, a bunch of signs, a lot of information overload. I started getting a little stressed, and like that's totally on me. Like I'm a worrier. Is this parking? Oh, if this is parking, I will definitely check this out. No swimming. It did not say no parking. Oh, this road's fucked. Oh no! Oh no! Let's see. It says notice security cameras in use. That's probably true. County of Albany, blah blah blah. No hunting, blue algae, yada yada yada. So this is just like an overflow parking. It's actually not more interesting. So I'll probably just head right out again. But yeah, like it's too long in case the cops go by. They're like the only ones out. But I just wanted to show you like how out of the middle of nowhere I really am. Like, this is just like, it's like the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, this is like a lot of New York though, like low key. A lot of New Yorkers live like this. And so this is just a little sample. This is called Tarrytown, I think it was called. Not Tarrytown, Terry. Like Tarry. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show you where I'm driving. The roads were a lot more windy a couple of minutes ago, and I wasn't filming. We're about 5 minutes away from that lake now, maybe 10. So back to driving. So we made it to Five Rivers. This is their new, well, it's not really that new anymore, but it's new since I was a kid. New research center slash kids center slash whatever, educational nonsense. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, we'll be back when there's like something else to film. We probably won't see any, but it's cool to film that because you do see them. Not here so much at this time of year, but later in the year we'll definitely see some of those. These are new signs. I don't remember these as a kid. I don't even remember these being here last year, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Let me see if I can see if there's like a date on some of these, because this looks new. Quite colorful. You know, the sun hasn't faded it. Well, you've learned something about some trees. Kind of cool. Alright, we'll be back when there's literally anything else to film, you know? There used to be a bunch of different stuff here that's not here anymore. Butterfly garden. Worth a try. It's like a little lookout area. It's kind of cool. It's not really much to see this time of year, like I said, but... Oh, you know what? This is a good place to smoke a bowl before kids come. Because I don't see any kids and I don't hear anybody, so... I don't even really think that I need to release any of this footage. Like, it's... Like, I spent a lot of time last year, like, really editing everything I recorded. And, like, making clips out of it and trying to, like, figure out my program. Like Adobe and stuff, but for what? Like, most of the content's garbage. Like, no offense to me and all. Like I don't want to like just sit here and shit talk myself, because like it was definitely worth it. Like, I'm glad I did the project, but it was a huge learning curve and experience. Because like, whoa, look at all this thistle. Because like, what did it really show for it other than like a bunch of nonsense, crap quality stuff? Right? Like, and I don't think that has changed much this year. So I think that obviously I'm going to be recording a lot less this year going forward. Like, it's already like April 10th. Like, I don't really remember April being that packed. I remember May being packed, like mid-May, because every day there's new flowers, you know? So I think I'm just kind of like saving my energy for that, for the, well, that felt good, for the pine cone. Yeah, just saving my energy for that. And, because, like, you know, you're not here with me. Like, you're not getting the whole three-dimensional experience. And when you are getting it, you're getting it in, like, shaky 480p. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't have the gear. I don't have the selfie stick or the GoPro. You know, I just don't. Like, it is what it is. Like, I could get that. But, like, for this place, like, is it really worth it? Like, you could spend the same hour watching somebody, like, break into, like, a fucking building in, like, Berlin or something like that. Or, like, climb the Empire fucking State Building and, like, jump off with a parachute. Right? You could watch their vlog. Or you could just like watch some idiot like me go talk about floating docks and how they float on barrels to prevent them from becoming unstable in the wintertime, and how the ice breaks and, you know, messes it up. Oh shoot. This almost fell out and it would have been bad. Hold on, I gotta... There's the other side of that thinking, right? Like, wow, I'm so useless. Wow, I'm so pointless. Wow, there's nothing going on. Wow, you shouldn't watch me. Who am I? Fuck myself, right? And then you don't make it, right? You make the excuse for yourself not to do the content. So, but here's what I like to think of. Do you think that Dave Grohl, and he's just a random example, do you think his random, like, introduction tapes when he was, like, first, like, do you think if he had a vlog, given who he then later became, like, do you think that somebody somewhere out there wouldn't become obsessed? Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily healthy if they did, but, you know, I mean, they're gonna want to know, what was Dave Grohl up to? And again, he's a random example. I mean, it could be anybody. Lloyd Banks. And remember him, he was like a flash-in-the-pan rapper. But say he had, like, you know, 30,000 people. Like, out of 30,000 people buying your album, maybe one of them is just like, oh, I wonder if he had a vlog. Right? So someday, it's very possible that instead of being, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing in the moment as I'm creating it, it could be that I become something transcendental. Or do something transcendental. And someone will want to know, well, what was she up to? Well, what were they thinking about? That's 2 different pronouns. You're going to have to sue me to figure out which one you're going to have to use, because otherwise I'll get you canceled. I will go to HR. You're fired. It looks like we're back at the car, so we kind of walked in reverse. This is obviously 1, and we started with the welcome box. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna walk the entire other side of 5 Rivers. This was not enough walking for the day. There's like some scrawny ass little pond. I give a fuck about a pond. That's a cool thing. What's in there? A whole bunch of stuff. Lifting a thing. Wow. That must be so much fun. The liability is like nearly endless. Bro came all the way from Pennsylvania with that just to like lift some things, you know, like who knows what he's lifting, like Jotty? Really cool. It like hybridizes the woods with you know, very clear human activity, which, like, for a place like this to use even a spot like this, which mostly would just go to nothingness at most other places, is kind of nice. There's no reason that I can think of why other places shouldn't have places like this, other than, you know, may take some money as a dove, maybe. Woodpecker. Cute. Yeah, there's no real reason why that, like, other random offices couldn't be this inviting to the public. It's kind of what they call a third space. Not work, not home. Or, like, not school, not home. I don't think we're supposed to go this way. It's too close to places where they usually have do not enter sign. We missed one over there, but it was a maple tree. I actually know that one. But then this one, just by looking at it, looks like it could be a white pine. Oh yeah, it's definitely white pine. But this one, hemlock, I mean, this is a really old hemlock tree. Like, really old. Oh, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that, like, they have, like, such a species diversity right here, and they can just kind of label them. This definitely wasn't around when I was a kid. I mean, when I started coming here, this was just, I don't even think the parking lot was built. And this building was maybe one quarter of the size. It certainly hadn't been built yet. There was none of this. That's the bloodroot, Sanguinaria canadensis. I really like this thing a lot. I want to make one of these now. Hopefully you'll see a train later. I think we'll go either this way or this way. We'll go this way to avoid the kids. But there's more kids over this way, so it's like, it is what it is. So, there's construction going on. That's kind of cool. There's this word that I'm not going to use for obvious reasons. Now that these people have crossed, I can start talking about my ideas again. So there's this word that's very, very, I don't even want to call it old-fashioned. It was bigoted when it was around, and it was bigoted when it was invented, and it's always been used in bigotry, even if that bigotry is, we're being so scientific. you can't scientifically discuss things if you're discussing them in terms of like non-scientificism. For example, God, I hate to use this word, the N-word, but it's not the GGER. It's the GERO, I think is how it's spelled. The RO. Like you can't in good faith use that word, because the connotation to that is a worldview schematic that you're operating with, the blueprint to your behavior and to your ideas and your perceptive lenses, whether in idea or in actuality, whether it's the way you feel or the way you think. It is the way that you lens things, and therefore we can conclude that it is probably the way that you behave. And so, do we need a racist? No. And so we purge them. That's what we do from all of our systems. If you display the traits and characteristics of the lowest common denominator that we can abstract from your behavior is probably that you believe in some type of like racial or ethnic disparity, let alone like it's that you perceive disparity, right? But you perceive it for the wrong reasons because you've been indoctrinated. This is the common liberals refrain, where they're like, snoot, snoot, snoot. All this different stuff. So I've been listening a lot to a publication that was written back by some extremists back in the late 70s to mid 80s. That was ethno-nationalist in nature. And it's pretty brutal stuff. And it calls to a certain different type of apology for evil, and it's just explicitly might makes right. We need to do this. This is what we're doing, and it's for the sake of all of us. Ooh. And it terrifies me, because there's enough people out there that, whether they know it or not, have already been co-opted by those forces of evil. And to the dismay of all who are then forced to survive the onslaught of that person's existence, well, it's just they're worse off for it. It's why you have such the education system that you have today, so that people will know the evils of bigotry and inequity. I mean, unless you're like a crazy Nazi or something. Someone gave me this little bit of advice, and I'll share it with you. They said, if you want to optimize your search engine and stuff, I have some really good tips for you. And I said, I'm not really sure that's what I'm attempting to do. I'm attempting to build audience, but I don't think that's really the same. And they said to me, no, I don't know. I think that's a really good way to do it because, Sarah, you go to a lot of different places, and that's pretty cool. And, I think people would want to share in your journey. That was more or less their point. That's not really exactly how they said it. I'm paraphrasing. And I said back to them, I said, it's true. I could tag this place as 5 Rivers Trip, and I could put hashtags, and I could put, a whole bunch of stuff. But here's the thing. I'm not a family-friendly show, and this is supposed to be, I would think, a family-friendly place, right? They can't ban certain different types of people based on their, racial, ethnic disparities, right? That'd be racism. But if I were to run, and I would never do this, if I were to run, the BLM flag, upside down, do you think what they would do is they would say, hey, that's all good, man, the First Amendment? Or do you think they would say, we've already contacted the sheriff. We don't actually need a reason to get you off of our private land. We're a preserve. So you're gone. You're gone, buddy. Now, the police would not be able to literally arrest me just for doing that with the flag. That's free speech. The government cannot compel me any more than I can compel this robin to stop bathing. That's God doing that. Were you going to tell me I'm not God? good luck, man. That's freedom of religion for me to believe, and not you to tell me that I'm not God. So if I'm God, and if I'm gonna run hatred openly, hatred, that's what it means. It doesn't just mean like, oh, we're a little bit against you, we're a little bit right wing. It means we hate you and we want you dead. So are they gonna allow that? Like, no. Now, I sometimes say some things that are that problem. Oh, there's people. But you know where I'm going with this. And that's why I don't do it. I may have stepped on it. Oh, nope, he definitely flew away. Oh, there he is. All right, off we go. Wasn't this one blocked off? Oh no, yeah, this is the one that's, I was like, wait a minute, this is the one where there's people up there. Yeah, you better run, motherfuckers. I wish they put a bench here, but I guess they don't really want people like chilling. I'm not gonna feed you, I'm just here to film. Sir, there's no need for that. I get that I am wildlife approaching you, but there's no need to be so hostile. And I'm glad that you were, though. It means you have good instincts. Because I could be a predator. Yeah, we're both chilling, dude. Thanks for the show. Maybe this is like a fledgling. Aw. It's cleaning his feathers. Or her feathers. You don't want to misgender it. It could also be a hermaphrodite. Or a non-binary goose. You silly goose. Aw. He's like, yo, yeah. A little bit of grass right there, yeah. Aw, you can tell he's hungry. He's thinking food because he saw me. That means people have been feeding him. It's not good. Animals should not see humans and infer food. Like, I get why they do, but we shouldn't really be. So, here's like a really important question. I have no idea what bathroom to use anymore. I mean, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not telling a joke. Like, on this channel, that would sound like the intro to a joke, but it's not. Like, there's so many parents here with their kids, and like, they only give you two options, and I'm like, oh, I'm literally neither. And that isn't because ideologically I'm like, oh, I'm either. You have to respect it. It's because, like, I don't look like I passed for either. Either way, they're gonna yell at me. So what do? I don't want to get yelled at just for peeing. The answer is you go outside every time. Trans Women Unite. Malicious Gorilla Peeing. A book by Sarah. Yeah, I don't know how old these kids are, but they gotta be young enough that this is their artwork. Oh, that one's kind of cute. That one looks like maybe the teacher or someone did it. It's kind of cute. Because the rest of these fucking kids, man. Oh boy. I've been here long enough now to do mindfulness exercises. And I don't know, you probably can't hear it because it's distant, but like, I think it's like a bulldozer. It's very mechanical. It's a lot of like metal on metal, revving of engine, like clearly huge, like, it's just like huge mechanical industrial sounds. Like, it's not quiet at all. Hey, they're good looking. Damn. I get the same feeling watching attractive women in their 20s walk by as I do watching a train. I'm like, whew. Excuse me, ma'am, you are quite the freight train. You gotta be careful talking to women about trains. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Dude, let's go. What a great day. Thanks for joining, guys. I don't know how much more I really want to talk. because I know I got to edit through it, and that's a lot. Thanks for joining. We'll be back again another time.